If I told you that something as simple as choosing the wrong type of nut could be keeping you awake at night, would you believe me? Most people over 60 assume their frequent bathroom trips are just part of getting older. They accept waking up 2, 3, even 4 times every night as normal. But here is what recent research from Harvard Medical School has revealed. The nuts you snack on during the day might be directly affecting how many times you wake up to urinate at night. Today, I am going to show you exactly which 5 nuts can help calm your bladder and reduce those frustrating nighttime interruptions. I will also reveal the 5 types of nuts that are quietly making the problem worse, even though they seem healthy. By the end of this video, you will understand how simple changes to your daily snack choices can help you sleep through the night more peacefully. These are science-backed recommendations that work for both men and women, whether you are dealing with an aging bladder, prostate concerns, or simply want better sleep quality. Before we begin, tell us your age and where you are watching from. We read every comment personally. Also, how many times do you typically wake up at night to use the bathroom? Your answer helps us create better content for you. The science behind nuts and bladder health. Many people do not realize that the simple snacks they enjoy every day can have a powerful effect on their bladder control at night. Nuts are more than just a convenient source of protein or a heart-healthy choice. They contain specific nutrients that directly influence how your bladder muscles function, how your body retains water, and how inflammation affects your urinary system. Understanding this connection can change the way you think about your nighttime bathroom visits. Let me explain what makes certain nuts so important for bladder health. 4 key nutrients stand out: magnesium, omega-3 fatty acids, vitamin E, and zinc. Research from Harvard Medical School has shown that magnesium plays a crucial role in relaxing the smooth muscles throughout your body, including those in your bladder wall. When your bladder muscles are too tense, they cannot hold as much fluid comfortably, which means more frequent urges to urinate. Getting enough magnesium from natural food sources helps these muscles stay relaxed and flexible. But here is where it gets interesting. Not all nuts provide the same benefits, and some can actually make nighttime urination worse. Now that you understand how nutrients in nuts affect your bladder, let me show you which specific nuts can help you sleep better. The 5 nuts you should eat. The first nut I want you to know about might surprise you because many people think it is too expensive or too rich. But when it comes to protecting your bladder and helping you sleep through the night, macadamia nuts deserve serious attention. These smooth, buttery nuts are packed with monounsaturated fats, the same healthy fats found in olive oil that reduce inflammation throughout your body. Research from the University of Copenhagen has shown that these specific fats can help calm bladder irritation and support the delicate tissues of your urinary system. What makes macadamia nuts especially valuable is their extremely low sodium content, which means they will not trigger water retention like salted snacks do. Here is what you need to know about using macadamia nuts correctly. The recommended serving is just 6 to 8 whole nuts each day, preferably eaten in the morning with your breakfast. You can add them to your oatmeal, blend them into a smoothie, or simply eat them plain as a mid-morning snack. They are available in most American health food stores and increasingly in Indian gourmet markets as well. The thiamine and manganese in macadamia nuts support your nervous system, which plays an important role in bladder control as we age. Moving on to our second beneficial nut, pine nuts, deserve your attention. These small, delicate nuts might look insignificant, but they pack a powerful nutritional punch for bladder health. Pine nuts are exceptionally rich in magnesium, and as I mentioned earlier, magnesium is crucial for relaxing the muscles in your bladder wall. A study conducted by AIIMS Delhi found that adults over 60 who consumed adequate magnesium had significantly fewer episodes of urinary urgency compared to those with low magnesium levels. Pine nuts also contain high amounts of zinc, which is especially important for men dealing with prostate enlargement. As the prostate grows with age, it can press against the bladder and create that constant feeling of needing to urinate. Zinc helps maintain prostate health and may slow down this enlargement process. The recommended serving is about 2 tablespoons or roughly 1 ounce daily. Pine nuts are popular in Mediterranean and Middle Eastern cuisines, which makes them familiar to people from many cultural backgrounds. You can sprinkle them over your morning yogurt, add them to salads, or toast them lightly for extra flavor. The third nut on our beneficial list is the pecan. If you have ever enjoyed pecan pie during the holidays, you already know how delicious these nuts taste. But today, I want you to think of pecans as medicine for your bladder, not just a dessert ingredient. Pecans are an excellent source of manganese, a mineral that helps your body regulate fluid balance. When your fluid balance is off, your kidneys produce more urine, which means more nighttime bathroom trips. Mayo Clinic has published extensive research on anti-inflammatory foods, and pecans rank high on that list due to their flavonoid content. Flavonoids are plant compounds that reduce irritation in your bladder lining, making it less sensitive to normal amounts of urine. What I particularly appreciate about pecans is that they are lower in calories compared to many other nuts, so you can enjoy them without worrying about unwanted weight gain. The recommended serving is 8 to 10 pecan halves each day, and timing matters here. Eat them in the first half of your day, never in the evening. Pecans are common in American Southern cuisine and are becoming more available in Indian specialty stores as well. Sunflower seeds come next, which technically are seeds, but nutritionally work just like nuts. Sunflower seeds are one of the richest natural sources of vitamin E you can find. Research from Harvard Medical School has demonstrated that vitamin E plays a vital role in maintaining the elasticity and health of bladder tissue. As we age, our bladder walls can become less flexible, which reduces their capacity to hold urine comfortably. Vitamin E helps preserve that flexibility. Sunflower seeds also provide selenium, which protects the prostate in men and supports overall urinary tract health in both men and women. The beauty of sunflower seeds is their affordability and availability. You can find them in any grocery store in America or India, and they cost far less than fancy imported nuts. The recommended serving is about a quarter cup of hulled seeds daily. You can sprinkle them on your breakfast cereal, mix them into yogurt, or eat them as a convenient mid-morning snack. Many of my patients tell me they keep a small container of sunflower seeds in their car or handbag for easy access. Finally, chestnuts offer something truly special. Chestnuts are unique among all nuts because they are very low in fat and high in fiber. While other nuts get most of their calories from fat, chestnuts are more like a starchy vegetable. This makes them an excellent choice if you are watching your weight or managing diabetes. Chestnuts contain significant amounts of potassium, and here is why that matters for your bladder. Potassium helps balance sodium in your body. When you have too much sodium and not enough potassium, your body holds onto water, which increases urine production. The University of Kyoto conducted fascinating research on chestnut compounds and found that certain antioxidants in roasted chestnuts can support bladder health and reduce inflammation in the urinary tract. Chestnuts are also a good source of vitamin C, which keeps your urinary system healthy and resistant to infections. The recommended serving is 3 to 4 roasted chestnuts daily. This is important. You must eat them roasted, never raw, because raw chestnuts can cause digestive upset. Roasted chestnuts are a traditional winter food in both Western countries and throughout Asia, so most cultures already have recipes that include them. A real story illustrates how these recommendations work in practice. Margaret from Florida was 64 years old when she came to see me. She was waking up 5 times every night to use the bathroom, and the sleep deprivation was affecting her entire life. She felt exhausted during the day, struggled to concentrate, and was becoming irritable with her family. After discussing her diet, I suggested she start adding a small handful of sunflower seeds and pecans to her morning breakfast. I also recommended she eat 3 roasted chestnuts as an afternoon snack around 3 o'clock. Margaret was skeptical at first. She could not imagine that something as simple as changing her snack choices could make a real difference. But she agreed to try it consistently for 1 month. Within just 4 weeks, Margaret reported that her nighttime bathroom visits had dropped from 5 times to only twice per night. Even more importantly, her energy levels during the day improved dramatically. She told me she felt like herself again, able to enjoy time with her grandchildren and participate in her book club without feeling constantly drained. What Margaret experienced is not unusual. When you give your body the right nutrients at the right times, it responds. Your bladder muscles can relax. Your inflammation levels can decrease. Your fluid balance can improve. These changes do not happen overnight, but they do happen if you stay consistent. The key is choosing the right nuts, eating them at the right times, and avoiding the ones that make the problem worse. The 5 nuts you should avoid. Just as certain nuts can help your bladder stay calm and healthy, other types can make your nighttime urination significantly worse. Understanding which nuts to avoid is just as important as knowing which ones to eat. Many of my patients are shocked when they discover that their favorite evening snack has been sabotaging their sleep for years. The problem is not always the nut itself, but how it has been processed, flavored, or salted. The first type you absolutely must avoid is salted mixed nuts from commercial brands. Walk into any American grocery store or Indian market and you will see large canisters of mixed nuts sitting near the checkout counter. They look healthy, they taste delicious, and they seem like a smart snack choice. But here is what most people do not realize. Even a single 1-ounce serving of these salted mixed nuts can contain between 200 and 300 milligrams of sodium. Research published by Harvard Medical School has shown a direct connection between high sodium intake and increased frequency of nighttime urination. When you eat salty foods, your body tries to dilute that sodium by holding on to water. Your kidneys work overtime to filter out the excess salt, which means they produce more urine. But the real problem happens when all that salty food makes you incredibly thirsty. You drink more water to satisfy that thirst, and then a few hours later, your bladder is full again. The cycle repeats itself throughout the night. Another issue with commercial mixed nuts is portion control. Because they contain so many different types of nuts, it becomes very easy to eat far more than you intended. You reach into the container for a handful, and before you know it, you have consumed 3 or 4 servings. These products are especially popular at American parties and Indian family gatherings, which makes them hard to avoid socially. The better alternative is to make your own unsalted mix at home using the beneficial nuts I mentioned earlier. Moving to our second problematic category, candied walnuts and pecans might taste like a special treat, but they are terrible for bladder control. The sugar coating on these nuts does more than add calories. Sugar directly irritates the lining of your bladder, making it more sensitive and reactive. Mayo Clinic has conducted extensive research on sugar consumption and urinary urgency, and the findings are clear. High glycemic foods cause your blood sugar to spike rapidly, which forces your kidneys to work harder to filter your blood. This increased kidney activity leads to more urine production. Beyond the sugar content, most candied nuts are made with inflammatory oils like corn oil or soybean oil that have been heated to high temperatures. These damaged fats promote inflammation throughout your body, including in your bladder and urinary tract. You often find candied nuts during American holiday seasons, especially around Thanksgiving and Christmas. In India, similar sweetened nut preparations appear in various mithai or sweet shops. The irony is that the beneficial properties of walnuts and pecans that I described earlier get completely negated by all that sugar and damaged oil. If you truly crave something sweet with your nuts, use just a tiny amount of raw honey drizzled over plain nuts instead. The third category to eliminate from your diet is wasabi peas, or any spicy-coated nuts. I know many people enjoy the bold, fiery flavor of these snacks, but they are among the worst offenders for bladder irritation. The capsaicin and other spicy compounds in these products directly irritate your bladder lining. Research from the University of Kyoto has documented how spicy foods increase bladder sensitivity in adults over 50. Even a small amount can trigger immediate urinary urgency in sensitive individuals. Beyond the spiciness, these products are loaded with sodium in their coating. The combination of capsaicin and salt creates a double problem for your bladder. You will find wasabi peas in Asian markets across America and increasingly in mainstream grocery stores as trendy snacks. They have become popular in Indian metropolitan areas as well, especially among younger professionals who have developed a taste for international flavors. The problem is that the unique taste makes them incredibly easy to overeat. You pop one in your mouth, then another, and suddenly you have consumed far more than you intended. If you enjoy the crunchy texture and want a similar snack plain, roasted edamame makes a much better alternative without the bladder irritation. Our fourth category is tamari or soy sauce almonds. Soy sauce means extraordinarily high sodium levels, often even higher than regular salted nuts. A small serving can easily contain 300 to 400 milligrams of sodium, which is nearly 20% of your entire daily recommended limit. Research conducted at AIIMS Delhi has specifically examined the relationship between sodium intake and nighttime urination in older adults, and the results are alarming. Participants who consumed high-sodium snacks in the evening experienced an average of 2 additional bathroom trips per night compared to those who avoided salty foods after lunch. Tamari and soy sauce-coated nuts are especially popular in Asian-inspired trail mixes and party snacks. The umami flavor from the soy sauce activates pleasure centers in your brain, making these nuts almost addictive. Before you realize it, you have eaten the entire bag. The sodium triggers water retention throughout your entire body, not just in your bladder. Your ankles might swell, your fingers might feel tight, and your rings might not fit properly. All of this fluid has to go somewhere eventually, and that means multiple trips to the bathroom throughout the night. The simple solution is to choose raw or dry roasted almonds without any added seasonings or sauces. Finally, we come to energy bar trail mixes that contain nuts mixed with chocolate chips. These products represent a triple threat for your bladder: sugar, caffeine, and often salt as well. The chocolate provides caffeine, which acts as a diuretic, meaning it makes your body produce more urine. Harvard researchers have published important findings about caffeine timing and sleep quality. Consuming caffeine after 2 in the afternoon significantly increases nighttime urination frequency, especially in adults over 60, whose bodies metabolize caffeine more slowly. The added sugars in these trail mixes spike your blood glucose levels, forcing your kidneys into overdrive. Many people eat these bars or mixes in the evening because they are marketed as healthy snacks that provide sustained energy. But for bladder control, evening consumption is the worst possible timing. These products have become popular convenience foods for both busy American professionals and Indian working adults who need quick snacks during long commutes. The marketing makes them seem like smart health choices, but for anyone struggling with nighttime urination, they are absolutely problematic. If you want a homemade trail mix, create your own version using only the beneficial nuts I recommended earlier without any chocolate candy or dried fruit. Consider what happened to Arjun from New Jersey. He was 59 years old and passionate about cricket. Every evening, while watching matches, he would snack on wasabi peas and salted mixed nuts. Despite taking medication prescribed by his doctor for his enlarged prostate, Arjun was still waking up 4 to 5 times every night to urinate. He felt exhausted during the day and found himself increasingly irritable at work. His doctor suggested he eliminate his evening snacks completely. Arjun was resistant at first because those snacks were part of his cricket-watching ritual. But after 3 weeks of struggling with poor sleep, he decided to try the change. He switched to eating plain sunflower seeds and unsalted macadamia nuts only in the morning with his breakfast. Within just 3 weeks, his nighttime bathroom trips decreased to only once per night. Arjun could not believe that such a simple dietary change could produce such dramatic results. His energy improved, his mood stabilized, and he even noticed that his ankles were less swollen at the end of each day. Practical Implementation Guide. Knowing which nuts to eat and which to avoid is only half the battle. The real transformation happens when you put this knowledge into action with the right timing and portions. Many of my patients tell me they feel overwhelmed when they try to change their eating habits all at once. The good news is that you do not need to overhaul your entire diet overnight. Small, consistent changes produce remarkable results when you stick with them. Timing matters more than most people realize. The best time to eat your beneficial nuts is in the morning with breakfast or during early afternoon as a snack. Never eat nuts after 6 in the evening, regardless of how healthy they are. Your body processes nutrients differently at various times of day, and eating nuts late can still contribute to nighttime urination even if they are the right types. Understanding proper portion sizes eliminates confusion and prevents overconsumption. A quarter cup of nuts roughly equals 1 serving, which is about the size of your palm when cupped. This simple visual reference works whether you are at home in Texas or in Mumbai. You do not need fancy measuring tools or complicated calculations. Your hand becomes your portable portion guide wherever you go. We have covered a lot of important information today about how simple nut choices can transform your nighttime sleep quality. Remember, the 5 beneficial nuts: macadamia nuts, pine nuts, pecans, sunflower seeds, and roasted chestnuts. Avoid the 5 problematic types: salted mixed nuts, candied nuts, spicy coated varieties, soy sauce, almonds, and chocolate trail mixes. These changes may seem small, but their impact on your bladder health can be profound. I encourage you to start with just one change this week. Perhaps swap your evening salted cashews for morning sunflower seeds. Consistency matters far more than perfection. Give your body 2 to 4 weeks to respond and track your progress in a simple notebook. If you found this video helpful, please click the like button below. Subscribe to our channel for more health guidance tailored specifically for mature adults. Share this video with friends or family members who struggle with nighttime urination. Leave a comment telling us which nut you plan to try first. Your health journey matters, and small informed choices today create better tomorrows.